What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is once again Legacy Killer HD back with another Fallout video. You know, there's been a lot of hoaxes been going on with the Survivor 2299 and a bunch of other stuff, but today we have some huge classified leaked information from a casting call of voice actors, which reveal characters, the setting of the next Fallout game, and a bunch of other juicy details I'm going to be going over in this video. This comes via Kotaku, which is probably the most reliable gaming website out there. I don't know, I can't really make a comparison. I could compare it to the New York Times, but it's just a great website, and everybody follows it, and everything that they put out, articles or any information, is real. It's always reliable. I just want to point that out because I don't want people thinking this is just coming from a third-party website which has no history or anything related to it. Before we start off with the information, I do want to point out that this could include a possible spoiler, nothing to the ending or anything like that. Just if you don't want to know any details like the intro, how the game's going to start off, I advise that you may want to leave now. But what I do want you to take away from this video is that Fallout 4 is real and it's coming sometime in the near future. Anyway, guys, you've had your chance, and now we're going to start off with the juicy details that really just got me extremely happy. And let's start off with the first document, which actually is, like I said before, the introduction to the game. So I do want to point out that this is coming from a casting call, and this contains the script of the next Fallout game, but I do want to stress that when you see gameplay, well, I'm going to give an example. When you see gameplay for a game 7 or 8 months before it's actually released, it's going to change over time. The developers are going to make it better, and it's going to look a lot different than what it looked like or what it was before. And what I'm trying to make out is that this is right now just a script for now, and that it's probably going to be adjusted. They're going to make it a lot better in the future. So don't act like this is the final product of the game. Anyway, I just wanted to stress that. Anyway, guys, let's get down to the details of this. So based on some other information that Kotaku gave out, the actual game starts off with the player in a cryogenic sleep chamber. If I had to take a guess, that actually happens after the introduction of the first document that is shown, and that's actually what I'm going to read off and tell you guys about right now. So the game actually starts off, I guess, with the player narrating the game's introduction. That's obviously huge, just because we're used to hearing Ron Perlman with his legendary introduction and outro. And, you know, I guess it's changing. Now we're going to have a player narrating. Obviously, there will be a voice actor playing the player throughout the story, so I guess it's going to be a lot different. I'm not sure if it's going to actually, you know, in the actual character interaction when you're talking to another character, if the actual voice actor is going to be talking this time, because we're used to choosing text and the text gets shown and then the character responds to it. Now we'll maybe hear our own response. Anyway, the game starts off with I guess the character in a small room speaking to a few people on a podium. And there's a film production running, and it shows images of the world as it was in the days before nuclear war. We see images of the world in decline and international conflict in the horizon. Finally, we see the horror of a full-scale nuclear exchange in a world forever changed for those who survived. And then we hear the player speaking. He says, War never changes. In the year 1945, my great-grandfather serving in the army wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the U.S. ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Sorry if I bombed that location. The world awaited Armageddon. Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoyed luxuries once thought this realm of science fiction, but then in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. We now stand on the brink of total war, and I am afraid for myself, for my wife, for my infant son, because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes. Other than the fact that actually sounds really badass, I do want to point out that this shows us a little bit of a glimpse of who the character's background was or is. So I'm not going to give too much of a commentary on that, as it could not stand in the future, could change or whatnot. But let's move on to some characters of the game. So in the documents later on, there's actually some commentary between another soldier who is actually working for the Commonwealth Minutemen. If you guys aren't aware, the Commonwealth is basically the Institute, Massachusetts. and that's actually the new name for Massachusetts, the Commonwealth. And the guy's name is Preston Garvey. He's actually a battle-weary mercenary leader. He's the leader of the Commonwealth Minutemen, and I guess there's going to be some other soldiers with you, and I guess there's some type of little mission that you actually have an interaction with him. I'm not sure if it's going to be more than that, like if you actually have to do other stuff with him. I'm sure it maybe something else comes out of that later on, but well, obviously there's assumptions that could be made out of that. Anyway, some other characters that are actually show is that there's a radio DJ named Travis Miles and an engineer named Sturgis, and these guys are described as, well, Sturgis is described as a cross between Buddy Holly and Vin Diesel, so it's obviously really interesting that we're going to have a new radio DJ. I'm not sure if that means that our legendary Three Dog is not coming back, but you know, that could confirm that we're gonna have a new one this time. Maybe disappointing to some of you guys, but could be a good thing, I guess. Could be. But guys, that is just the first details that have come out of the game. These, like I said, first confirmed details. First, well, I can't say confirmed, but first real details. All the details before this have been either speculation or hoaxes and stuff. A lot of people who've made the hoaxes actually have come out and said that it's been a hoax. All we really knew before that was that Bethesda went to the Boston location and was examining it. Now this basically confirms that Boston is the location of Fallout 4. But the real question that still is right now awaiting is that, is Boston going to be the lone location of Fallout 4, or is it going to be, you know, Connecticut or other locations within the Northeast? And that question's probably not going to be answered for a while. But anyway, guys, I want to know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. This is just really big. It just really gets me pumped up. And hopefully we'll have an announcement by E3 2014. And obviously, if you guys know, E3 is not until June. It's kind of really sad to hear that we're going to have to wait until June to hear anything but big. But you know, Bethesda, they like to wait until huge events to make their announcement. Obviously, it was really disappointing at the VGX that they did not announce anything, but all we got to do is wait now, and hopefully we'll get some more leaked documents. Anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and share your thoughts, as I will be any new information that comes out, real information, real, I want to point that out, real, not hoaxes and stuff, but if it's real, I will make a video about it. Anyway, guys, I will leave the article that comes from Kotaku in the description, so if you guys want to check that out, you can. Anyway, guys, I'm Legacy Killer HD, and I'm out.